What's going on, YouTube, man? Today we have another reaction video in our hands. UFC 305 Dricus du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya. Fighters, predictions, and breakdowns. Hey, this is all happening August 17th, 9 p.m. Man, I'ma for sure be there, man. Hey, but before we head in today's video, make sure y'all like, y'all comment, and y'all also subscribe. Let's get straight into the video.
Things change. Sean versus DDP was a close fight. Sean versus Izzy wasn't necessarily such a close fight.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Israel Adesanya's had an insane amount of fights in an insane short amount of time. So he had a good long break. This is probably the longest he hasn't fought in a while.
Bro. It's been a minute.
Both African
big as
American,
shit, bro.
Yeah, which is really cool. I like both those guys. Izzy, I've looked up to Izzy a lot.
He's
just
big
the way
as
his
shit too,
played
bro.
out and the way
What?
he stayed so active. But DDP, talking to him at the fights that one time, he's like, "This is funny. He's cool. Seems like a good dude."
Though.
It's like, I think Izzy will probably beat him.
In the main event, Izzy is coming back to try and regain his title. Can he do it? I don't know. Dricus is a tough one. He looks a very awkward matchup. He's got some wins over some great guys.
Oh, so
he's got some stoppage wins over some really good guys.
Cool.
Although sometimes he has looked sloppy. Sometimes he's made simple mistakes that you think at that elite level you can't get away with. I don't think he can stand there.
Yeah, I low-key kind of agree with that though.
Izzy
you know
is too accurate, too deadly, too precise. I think he'll.
Hey, that's true though.
He'll
That's
get
true,
taken
bro.
out and finished if he stands in front of. I think he's got to get hold of him, like he did to Darren in the first round. Grab him by the waist, sort of bully him like a doorman beating up a 15-year-old on the piss. I think he's got to get hold of him, get him on the fence,
Hey,
drag
that
him down,
elbow right there,
wear
that
him
shit was
out.
illegal, bro. I saw that.
Dricus has got to mess with his energy systems. He's got to be on the pressure, and also
this dude
smart.
is
You can't
like
just
big
run
bone.
at someone like Izzy, because
do you see this guy?
he can pressure you going backwards. He's such a good counter striker. So even going backwards, he's setting up deadly strikes. That's the difference of that elite level of striking. Even going backwards, they're putting the pressure on.
Israel
you're
Adesanya
walking forward, but
has, bro.
It doesn't mean you're pressuring.
Like Jesus, bro.
I think I'm going to favour Dricus in this one.
Damn, for real? The way he was sounding, he low-key was just moving towards Israel Adesanya's side, then he just switched up like at the end. So, you know what I'm saying?
Distance, the lateral movements, maybe changing up the strikes, kicking and
Henry
moving, kicking and moving.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe even
I feel like
takedowns. But for that reason, if Israel Adesanya cannot do that, which I'm not sure if, which I'm not sure if he could really change that, because this guy's just coming. I gotta go with a guy that brings in MMA, that brings in the wrestling, that doesn't just take people down, but actually hurts them. Dricus du Plessis, your ground and pound is the real deal. You get on top of people, you hurt them. And I appreciate that. This is 7 reasons why I'm going for Dricus du Plessis. And I think from here on out, we can say, who is it that's going to be the world?
He's not entirely wrong too.
African champ.
I think there's a 50% chance
Robert
Izzy
Whitaker
kind of keeps him at the end of his jab, utilizes that spacing, doesn't get his back put against the fence.
That's what I was saying to y'all, bro. He just has that distance.
But ultimately wins.
Look at that distance against a small dude.
And
like, this is me versus Israel Adesanya, bro.
Dricus does what he did to Strickland, pushes into that space, takes him down, wears him out, turns it into a dogfight. Doesn't get a finish, but drags it out to the point where he is still the remaining champion.
Yeah, that's facts, though.
Izzy's very elusive. Yeah. And he's got chin, he's elusive, he's hard to hit, and he's good at holding on. And Dricus, he's an awkward looking dude, man.
Well, he is though, bro.
Really awkward. Even when you're in there,
he built like a 5'6" dude that just hits the gym all day.
I thought it was awkward. I felt like he was slow and cumbersome. And then he punched me in the face. So
they're not entirely wrong though.
So, what do you
I kind of agree with what he's saying.
Yeah, and you know what? And that might be one of his greatest weapons, just to fly under the radar, to make people think he's not up to scuff, and then you get in there with him and he beats you. You know? But that's the end of the good talking points about those two guys. Screw those guys.
Oh wow. Dang, it's like that.
Are you sticking on the fence? Are you not going to give a firm prediction either way?
Oh mate, I don't know. Probably Dricus by decision.
Okay. Whoa.
Probably, I don't know.
What?
In a major
look, that's what I'm saying. Like, Israel Adesanya, I think he's favored. I think he's favored to to win this match, and a lot of the UFC fighters are going for Du Plessis. So that's kind of a, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of a turn that I didn't really expect. But yeah.
Class striker. I'll take that guy.
Oh, that was a fast one. He didn't even say why. He just got straight to the point.
I'm a huge fan. I think he's such a savage. I think when Izzy's done, you know, he'll be able to do his thing. But for now, I got Izzy.
Oh,
just it's timing, it's the story, it's the narrative. You're dealing with world-class talent. You're dealing
that's
with
what I'm saying though. Like
I
I agree with them too. I mess with the story. I really do heavily, but it's more than just that. I feel like it's just fighting to begin with. I don't really know, but I feel like he just has to say more.
Talent.
In my opinion.
Dricus' biggest thing, power, unorthodox, hard to predict. Well, I'm going to bet on the guy with world-class striking, really good defense, and who's motivated. Mark my words,
sure.
Izzy,
and he is coming off a loss, so that might change it.
Beat Strickland.
Cause like, bro, what I was thinking too, like, you already seen what Israel Adesanya looks after a humiliating loss against Strickland. Like he's coming in here motivated and willing to work. Like, come on, bro.
Break.
I'll just say
last
that
fight
much.
ever is 205 against Alex. I think we get vintage Izzy. I think he lights him up like a South African Christmas tree.
Because Dricus is very awkward. Very
Okay,
unorthodox.
Alexander,
He's got awkward
Alex,
pressure, which is very, very hard for people to deal with. And we've seen obviously an awkward pressure from from Strickland give Izzy problems, but that doesn't happen to Izzy twice. There's no way that fight looks the same. Izzy's going to have a completely different adjustment, completely different game.
See, I like that
and
breakdown.
He's going to capitalize. I don't feel like Izzy's going to be surprised.
Breakdown.
I think Izzy might have been a little bit surprised with the pressure and the defensive pressure from Strickland, but I don't think there's any surprises this time. I think he's expecting, an awkward fighter to be coming, putting the pressure on him, and I think he's going to be ready to capitalize on that. And that's what I mean by getting a finish. That's just how good Izzy is, and I think that guy turns up. UFC 305 main event. I think Israel Adesanya is going to put on
he was about to say Du Plessis, but
where he goes out and gets
a good breakdown,
crazy finish.
That's one of the ghosts talking.
Hands on Du Plessis if he wants to wrestle. If he wants to make it a boring, like, wet blanket type of fight, I think he can do that. It just depends on how much of grappling has Izzy been on over these past 4 or 5 months. But if he wants to be on the feet, he can't hang with Izzy on the feet. So it really depends on what kind of fighter Du Plessis wants to be.
Now he's back after
giving himself
MVP. Some time to just, I guess, gather that motivation again. I really just focus back in and lock back in, and I do think we're going to see the old school Izzy. Du Plessis is going to want to grab him, take him down to the floor. I think he's going to struggle initially to try and find timing, but then when he starts getting plugged, it's going to be a bit of a desperate takedown, which he may get. But I see Izzy standing straight back up on him. And then just getting him to work on time until I think he just gets demoralized when he realizes he's not able to kind of stay on him. And because Izzy likes to move and change angles a lot, it's very hard for any wrestler to kind of get the timing. But like I said, when people get desperate, it's a little bit easier because you almost accept being hit a few times just to hold something. And I think that's going to happen a couple of times. But then, my boy's going to find a way to land. I could even see a head kick coming. Land a head kick or land a big punch that's going to rock him and take him out of the fight.
What's kind of your thoughts
Ooh,
right now?
Mighty
Where's
Mouse.
your head at with
Let's
this
see what he has
Izzy
to say.
versus DDP matchup?
Izzy better whoop ass. That's where my head's at. That's all I'm gonna say. Izzy better whoop his ass. I mean, Izzy is probably one of the best athletes to come into mixed martial arts with that long, extensive kickboxing background. He has, I think he has a striking ability to beat him, but I think, like what Rob was saying, that void, there's a lot of athletes who need to counter, need time to set up. When the athlete gets stuck in that void, they kind of get like in no man's land. Like, what do I do here? What do I do here? We saw it with Bilal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards. and I just want to see Izzy win. I mean, he's been a great champion. He is getting older, so we don't know how much longer he's gonna fight.
All right, guys, so that is all for today's video. Make sure y'all like, y'all comment, and y'all subscribe. And also, my fighting predictions for UFC 305, Israel Adesanya versus Dricus du Plessis. I am taking Israel Adesanya just because, man, look, I like him as a champion. First off, I really did enjoy watching him as a champion, but also I feel like he just overtakes Dricus du Plessis in so many levels, in terms of striking, in terms of well, not wrestling, but I feel like his striking game is really good. He's really good at changing angles and stuff like that. But yeah, that is my fighting predictions for UFC 305. Hey, make sure y'all leave a like, y'all comment what y'all predictions are in the comment section, and make sure y'all just go subscribe too. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video.